Welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit, and this is my continuing Let's Play of Underrail. So, last time we completed the first couple of quests for the... who were they? Protectorate, I think? Or something along those lines. So, we are going to take down people in this warehouse. Let's see what that... I mean, I've got no idea what it's going to be like from this way. Whether they're already in the warehouse or not. Okay, they're there. Come on. Really? 87? A quick save. I think I'll go stealth just to see what it's like. Well, that definitely helped. Another one. Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck nuts. Okay, so we pop that up now. Oh, really? Wait out the fatigue. Whilst I do that, I'm going to sort out my grenades there. Too many throwing knives, honestly. Okay. Is there anyone else up here? Okay. You. Come on. Really? Really? Yep. Absolute bullshit. Well, hello, everybody. God damn it. Really? Really? Yeah. Really though? Really? On 80%? What? Really? 381s in a row. This time. Put a shield on, but okay. Another one. Okay. Lucky that I evaded that, I'll be honest and say. Okay. Is there anybody else around? How would you get through there? Must be a way. Still, whilst we're worrying about that, ooh, my last piece of XP from there. Take that from you. A lot of good stuff, but just not stuff that I need. Barrel, another mercenary's corpse there. Shield is not as good as mine. I don't get shields that good for a while. And of course, nothing. I'm going to take a look down here though. Because there has to be a way getting through down here. Has to be. I'm sure there is, but I haven't quite found it yet. I'll see if it's down here. I feel like I have been here before, but I've either not been able to get anywhere or it's been blocked somehow. Ah, gangsters, of course. Really? Okay, well, that was a textbook example of how not to be, how not to do that. Oh my god. Run away. Why would you do that to your friend? It's the thing that I wonder about. Why would you put your own friend in the midst of a grenade? Perfect. Ooh, I'll take those. And I will actually take everything, dump everything in a barrel. Already got one of you. Sort. Put you in there too. Okay, plot items or non-plot items. Yeah, we're good, we're good. We're good. Okay. Save. Might as well go in here. I'll take some cash. No reason not to. Fortunately, I did literally just pick up the last one of those. I mean, we're now what? 3, 6, 8 of the way along to the next level. Which, unfortunately, I feel like the next time I get a stat increase, it is going to be a stat increase of 2, and I'm going to have to put that in agility, which really pisses me off. I should have put the previous one in agility to get the agility up to 10 so I can get the feat for... I've got sprint now as well, haven't I? Forgot about that. That. Don't need those. Don't need that. Barrel actually has more interesting things. Ooh, mini Uzu. Cloaking glass. So, visible light reflection device increases the user's stealth by 18 and evasion by 9. Huh. So it costs, brings me down 25, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So really I get 5 turns of, I'll take it. It's not the best, but I'll take it. Ah, there's a locker in there, that's why. With a silencer. Okay, well I didn't find anything of interest here, and this isn't telling me anything. So I'll go this way and see what's there. Have I been this way? I have. Okay, well now we know what's there. I will find another way into the back area there. But for now, I will see you when we are back at the Praetorians. That's it, not the Protectorate. Okay, we're back. The warehouse has been cleared. Splendid, simply splendid. We've managed to completely eradicate the remainder of the mercenary group, making the operation a complete success. Tell me, did you manage to uncover anything of interest? Nothing, just a lot of dead bodies. I was hoping you'd learn some useful information, but no matter. You did what you could. We'll investigate who is behind this all, but truth be told, dealing with the Faceless is our top priority at the moment. Congratulations. I'm proud to say that I'm very pleased with you. The results. You have been already outperformed most of our recruits, more than I would have imagined. You would not believe how feeble most of them are. But enough chatting. Take this. Hand you 500 charons and a suit of metal armor. One more thing. Enforcer. Chief Knight has requested to see you. You're to meet him in his office without delay. Understood? Yes, sir. Splendid. Dismissed. Well, as glorious as that is, I have to dump it in my barrel. I will see you in a bit. Back. Forgot to mention that we also picked up 2 XPs for this clearing of the warehouse. I assume this is where we're going. Archibald Knight. Upon entering the spacious office, this is an older man looking through the window. Despite his age, he appears to be in good physical condition. As he turns around swiftly, as though not wearing metal armor at all, he directs his gaze towards you. If you'd met this man on the street dressed in rags and covered in muck, you'd know just by his eyes that he commands an army, and his stare alone seems potent enough to make it redundant. Luckily, you don't seem to be his target today. At ease, Enforcer. It was always a pleasure to meet Praetorian Security's finest officers. I am Archibald Knight, and due to the faceless situation, only now do we get to meet. Order through strength. I see you keep our motto close to your heart. Very good. I've heard a lot about your endeavours so far, and considering the number of very frail recruits we've had lately, I'm happy to say we still have men and women of courage. Do tell me, do you know why I summoned you here? I don't know. I think this one's pretty obvious, but that could just be me, Enforcer. You're going to be promoted. From now on, you hold the rank of Senior Enforcer. Therefore, you're given full access to Praetorian Security Armory and can purchase weapons and equipment here. There. For any further details, you are to talk to Lieutenant Stratford. Thank you very much, sir. Very good, Senior Enforcer. Very good. Well, I must deal with certain important matters, and I sincerely apologize. You'll be summoned again if the need arises. Have a nice day and continue making us look good. You are dismissed. Awesome. Now, where the hell... the things I can purchase? I imagine they're in here. Chief Knight told me to see you about the armory. That's correct. You're allowed to purchase weapons, ammo, and other equipment for the Praetorian Security Armory. Let's see what you have in stock. Ooh, nah, nothing too spectacular, sadly. Do I not have the mine? The Chemhaze grenade. That doesn't seem too terrible. Really, this is it? Wow. Wow, rifle barrel retractor. Huh. You would think they would have at least a knife in there somewhere. No, they's got nothing. Nothing of any use to me at all. That's poor. I mean, I'll take the mine blueprint. I feel like I already have that, really. Okay. Oh, okay. I did not realize that would give me the additional stuff. Well, I get to see extra things. Sniper rifles that aren't really any good. There's a couple of good lockpicks. Additional frames. Kevlar cloth, which is good, so extra different types of bullets. Mechanical trap case. But nothing particularly. A couple of extra sets of armor. But nothing still of any real interest. Salute and leave. So, now what do I want to do? It's a good question. Now, okay. So now, let's go to the arena. which I've already been to. This is known. But I need to talk to by messenger. And I need to go to rail crossing if not, and then talk to Buzzer. Okay. So I need to go to rail crossing, so I'll see you when I'm there. Let's talk to Buzzer. Do you know anything about the free drones? Do I? I've been following their movement from the start. I truly admire those brave men and women for their open rebellion against the Protectorate. Yeah, the cans are worse than the phlegm I cough up after waking up. They instituted the United Stations so they could fool us into thinking it's there for our benefit. They're there to help us, to unite the stations of South Underrail. Prosperity and other nonsense. They want absolute power, that's what it's really all about. Just take a look at some of the historical data. Always look at the history whenever you're in doubt and you'll see things repeating again and again. Only in slightly different forms. Every great power cared only about its own interests, no matter what excuses and lies they vomit to the commoners. Why should the Protectorate be any different, I ask you? Of course they are not different. Do not be fooled, girl. His mouth dries up, forcing him to close. And these things annoy the hell out of me, you know. Well, to summarize, free drones should drive away tin cans back to North Underrail and then seal them inside the hole they crawled out of. What did the faceless one from? Never told me. They just busted in my store and beat me up and threw me in that cage. From time to time, that brain hook guy would probe my mind for something. At first, I tried resisting, but after a couple of sessions, I felt so weak and tired I had to yield. I think he pulled out what he needed because he left me alone after that. As I mentioned, they never told me what they wanted to know, but I can make a good guess, though. What'd you guess then? Well, recently this guy Cornell came into my shop with his little gang, a guy and a woman. The scavengers, bandits, you know, typical lower Underrail low life. But anyways, he tells me he scavenged up something good and produces this like armoured box. He opens it. Inside there's the weirdest looking device I've ever seen. It was like a messed up 20-sided Rubik's Cube or something. On each side there were markings that resembled electronic symbols, but I didn't know what any of them meant. There were also a couple of slots, maybe for power supply or output of some kind, but again unlike anything I've seen before. By this point I'm intrigued. I try and strike a deal with him, but he asks for way more than I'm willing to pay. He leaves then and takes the device and the box with him. Next day here comes the Faceless, knocking on my front door. So you think he stole that device from the Faceless? I'll bet money on it. How did they manage to track him down? Let me ask you a better question that yields the same answer. Why was that cube carried in a metal box? I don't know, why? Because it has a tracking device inside it, man. It's outside the box. The Faceless can tell where it's at. That raises another question now. Why the hell do they allow me to remove it from the box? The answer to this must be that he doesn't freaking know what he's dealing with. He did put it back in the box when he left, but I bet wherever he opens it next time is the place the Faceless will pop up. Do you know where Cornell's heading? He didn't say. What I do know is that this little gang had their base somewhere in Core City. What they call themselves again? Acid Hunters, yeah. If you had to guess, what would you say that device actually was? Singularity bomb. Just kidding, no idea. Well, let's see what he's got. Here we go. Now, capacity 305. Yeah, mine's better than that. Mine's better than that. Mine's better than that. Mine's better than that. Anything interesting? No. Got anything he wants? The cloaking device. Not prepared to give that up just yet, though. It's a shame they don't sell the shock shurikens. Okay. Well, that has helped a lot. I'm just going to go and buy some stuff from the doctor in here. And then I will go back to the Praetorians. But I will go via... No, I need to go that way anyway to get to Upper Underrail. Oh, here we go. Young man enveloped in a rough and well-worn robe turns to speak to you in a frail voice. Hey, sister, got a Sharon? He extends his hand toward you. About 20. Ah, sorry, here's 100. It's a lucky day, friend. Here's 100. Pulls a knife on you. It is, because I'm going to take all your money, you rich bastard. Give me the money now. I got something like very, very much. Fuck you, beggar. Human garbage. Shitty knife as well. I'll take it. What a human piece of shit. Huh, boxing gloves, I remember those. From all those years ago. So I'll be back once we're at the Praetorians. Oh, here we go. The Syrian Star, I have a message for you. A message from me? Well, and all it is, and close his throat. Archibald Knight, Chief of Praetorian Security, hereby requests you meet him in his office at the Praetorian Security Headquarters. We're to see him as soon as possible. Thank you. Sure on for your troubles. Only one? You're a cheapskate, I'll pass. See yourself. Have a nice day. Okay, so that's where we are going. I was thinking that it would have been at the ticket office that we met the guy, but apparently that was sort of more out of the way and you'd only really sort of go there, I suppose, in a non-specific, for sort of specifically the purposes of going to the arena, but if you meet them down there, then really it's like a catch-all for getting up here. It's a good idea, honestly. Okay, so there we go. Sort that out. Let's quick save as we go in. Let's talk to Archibald. Ah, do you senior enforcer? I'm glad you're here. I have something to tell you. He makes a long pause. It's apparent that something deeply bothering him. I don't know how to say this, Syrian Star. My son was murdered. Very sorry to hear that, sir. Accept my condolences. Thank you. My dear Edmund. He was young, he was smart, it's horrible. I have all this, look, power, wealth, everything I want, yet I lost the most precious thing, and with that, everything. Was the murderer caught? No, I've been told he was murdered by Cornell. Some Cornell and his band of criminals called the Acid Hunters. I know about them. They have caused trouble in other stations as well. In that I had no doubts. However, something doesn't add up. What do you mean? After my boy, after the incident, all of us, the oligarchs assembled and discussed the incident. Rupert, president of Cortex, claimed that these acid hunters cold-bloodedly murdered my boy. Apparently his son Milland was there and had seen the whole thing happen. Edgar, Edstrom's daughter, was also present, but I still remain unconvinced that this is exactly how it happened. What do you want me to do? I want you to find them and bring them to me. I want to find out what happened, find these acid hunters and Cornell. If he is the killer, I want his head brought to me, but if he's not, I want to know what the bloody hell happened here and who pulled the trigger that blew my Edmund's brains all over the pavement. I need to calm down. Enforcer. Senior Enforcer. My men have brought someone in for questioning who knows where the acid hunters are located. After some persuasion, you reveal that they are hiding beneath the city in the sewers. Go there and follow these directions. Straight from the informer's mouth. Go into the sewers and find a large drain pipe, where one man can walk into. This pipe has ladders to different chambers, and one of them has a crack in the wall. Put your hand in the crack and you'll find a lever. Pull the lever and the entrance to their lair will be revealed. Is that all? Okay. So, did that. Acid hunters. So see you when we're in the sewers. Okay, we are in the sewers. It's still locked. What's in the junk? Some more of that, sadly. I have all I need. I went through this way before. I'll go through again just to be on the safe side. But there's nothing. Nothing here. So we'll go through this way. I haven't been this way before. Interesting. Oof, the subtle noise of a nearby lantern for a moment is interrupted by a quiet yet distinct sound of pen and paper being laid down on a messy table written with the oddities of various kinds. Facing you now is a mutie who, according to his facial expression, is not surprised at all by your presence in his room. He slowly looks at you from the bottom to top, spending a few seconds to glance at each of your extremities. After that, his eyes meet yours as his mouth slowly opens. A shadow covers his mutated tongue, with which he wipes his tiny lips. Welcome to my lair. Thanks for having me. He bows slightly, after which his hand reaches for what seems to be a tattoo gun of sorts. It's connected by a long, stitched-up cord into a makeshift apparatus. Chemical set of glassware filled with colourful liquid. Even though the place seems to be a mess, a commendable effort was made to maintain an overall hygiene. He uses the tip of the gun to point to a nearby brown table. I brand those who wish to engrave and carry onwards their most special memories until the ends of time. Tell me more about the procedure. Drawing symbols. He scratches his hand. Marks is the only drive I have left. For a human, a single tattoo. He glances back and forth between you and some drawings. Free of charge. All right, let's do it. He nods in approval. After that, he slowly reaches for some of his additional equipment in preparation for the task ahead. Take a seat on that table. He points once again to the brown table next to him. Or lay down. Whatever you feel like. You assume an appropriate position, best suited for the place which you choose to get tattooed. While waiting, only now you get a proper chance to look around. The room is stuffed with scrambled paper, books, and all-round junk. It's chaotic to say the least. All the walls and the furniture are inscribed with letters and drawings, an art of kind to understand hard to understand at first glance. There are so many illustrations to a point where they have started to overlap one another, causing them to be convoluted to the point total mess. A few minutes go by as you look all around while the gate was ready. He sits down on his old stool and is now very close to you. Now, tell me what you'd like to be branded with. Okay. So, I can get either +2 to all of my skills, which is essentially a level up's worth of skills, because it's 46 skill points. I mean, obviously, they're not in the skills that I would choose. If I could choose 46 skill points, I'd whap them fairly heavily into various other things. I can get Since I'm allied with the free drones, I can get 1% crit chance to weapon and unarmed attacks. That might be good. But again, I can get a minus 2% chance of getting critically hit. My regeneration might be able to get put up starting at 70% health, which would be interesting. I killed Balor, so I can get plus 10% detection. I've killed the beast, so I get 10% damage versus beast. I've killed the Rat Hound King, so I could get plus 10 dodge and evasion, which might be interesting. And I could get plus 5 movement points and plus 2% movement speed. I might postpone this. I mean, I'm not 100% certain whether I want 7% chemistry and biology, or if that would help in some way. It's really quite difficult to think. What would be best? It really is difficult to think about what would be best. I mean, the +2 to all skills feels good, but the 10% extra to dodge and evasion, I'm going to postpone this. Let's barter with him first. What does he want? 5 medicines. I mean, I can give him 5 of these. He doesn't really have a great deal of good things. What is my... I mean, stealth and evasion, an extra 10 of these each would be... No, that's dodge and evasion. Extra 10 on each of these would not be bad. An extra 2 on everything, so really I'm only getting a bonus of 8 on each of these. Oh, it's so difficult to choose. It really is. I mean, what, 1, 2, 3, 7. 12, 17, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 17, 21, 24. So it's 48 skill points I'd be getting. I think I'll get the overall. SGS. Oh, but I can get a tattoo for those. 7% mechanics and electronics. Well, again, I'd be getting 2 anyway from SGS. So, never done something like this before. Guess I've been through much worse. Muty's deformed hands reach slowly towards you. Only now can you look over him up closely. Previously, in the dim light in this room, cover the details of his actual skin condition. Every section of his body, all the way to the neck, wherever there is no deformation due to the effects of the mutation, is covered with now mostly faded out tattoos of various meanings. Abstract drawings, human and animal faces, events, flames, carnage and destruction, only to name them a few. Just as his skin degenerating, some islands of his body have managed to achieve a reverse effect of slight regeneration. These are the only spots of his body where one's sight can make out anything of those tattoos. The rest is a nightmare to gaze upon. The odour of his body produces a scent which is at first quite hard to withstand. This is something to naturally expect due to his condition as well as the surroundings you're in. But in reality, it soon starts to become quite the opposite. His delicate movements combined with the smell of fresh ink, he's made morph said smell into something weirdly pleasant. Now the mix is a medical sponge which he uses to treat you. The echoing noise of the tattoo gun, crackling sound of the loose table and your nerves reacting to the procedure, all together with the amalgamated with thrilling experience. Your gaze shifts onto the rest of the room. The equipment he's using is in rough shape. However, he did a decent job of maintaining it, as the tattoo gun stands out quite a bit from the rest of the room. Some of the hanging papers display a series of connected events, a few closely resembling comic book art. These events feature various encounters difficult to make much sense of due to the lack of context. Basking in all this art does prove to be a good distraction. Suddenly your exploration is interrupted. He wipes his nose onto his shoulder and takes a breather. How's it going? All good. Enjoying looking at all the art you've got here on display. He nods. Now fully dedicated to finishing the tattoo, the drawing is starting to come to life. Around the tattoo you can feel your blood pulsating. Combined with the dim light of the nearby lantern, the colour of the tattoo glows and sticks out from the rest of the skin. Still fresh, tattoo marks leave red outlines around it, somewhat taking away from the actual drawing. With each new line drawn, the pain you feel increases, but it's not the kind of pain that would make you pull away from the source. The tattoo is almost finished. He's now applying the finishing touches. It's exactly as the two of you designed it together. It's a perfect match to the sketch he drew for you. But this time it's on your skin. Immediately picks up a clean rag, wipes off some spots around your tattoo. After that, he stands and proceeds to clean his tattoo gun. There! It is. Carry it with pride. It's awesome! He nods and turns around to his green desk. Now done with cleaning up the tools, he lowers them, throws the dirty rag onto a nearby trash pile, picks up a bandage to clean his mutated hands. I make my living working on the clothes for muties around here. I've had a hopper rat hound leather. There's plenty of it around here. If you're interested, I could sell you some. Any rumours? Memories are fading away from my mind. Look around, maybe you'll find something interesting. Let me think. Three hooded figures stand around a curled up man. One in the middle is reaching out to touch the person on the floor. A woman with 4 hands. She's screaming in pain as tumours are rupturing her body. Lovely. 2 siphons leaping out of the sewage. Rat hound getting stomped by a massive sabot. Whatever that means. A ship sailing on water and its helmet, a hooded person. Next to him is a large mutant. Okay, well that didn't really help. And I think I'm going to say thank you ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, do not worry about it. Huh. Yeah, it's 2% on everything, but only on the, not on the actual skill on this part of it. Still, that's not something that's terrible as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Okay. Not so bad. Not so bad. Happy with that. So, yeah. I'll see you again when we are hopefully somewhere else in the sewers. Goodbye.